Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, on another round of Righteous Readings for Righteous, and on a temp location here today in Redsky Righteous's room, people. So enjoy that. You're slumming it with me in one of the best places to be, which is Redsky's room. Cheers. What do you think? This used to be my eldest son's room, and I've just been, I've got tarot lovers up there. Yeah, not a bad little look, I guess. Yeah, this is Redsky's room after taking it over from Jules. Love that colour though. So nevertheless, a little bit of summary of the shit that I go through daily. I haven't even got my old Redsky Righteous sign up there. I fucking love that shit. Yes. Alright, enough of the nostalgia bullshit, Red. Let's get on with it, because we've all got shit to do here, and I'm running behind on my reading, so I don't have time for this nostalgic shit. Anyway, let me just fix up that lighting. There we go. So, we've got 2 signs left for the April, May month. There's only 2 left to go, Scorpio and Libra. So we're going to do Scorpio next, and Libra will be the final sign to be read for the main monthly for the month of April 2022, bitches. Okay? Please leave a like if you'd be so kind to. We have reached that 100 subscribers. So throughout the month of April, there will be a competition to win something extremely prestigious, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't miss it. You must subscribe to the channel before April if you can, to be in as many opportunities to win this magnificent prize. It is a once, only in a lifetime experience, and it is something that you cannot physically actually buy. It's not in publication at the moment. So that's all I can say for now. That's all I can say for now. Stay tuned to the channel. Put that notification bell onto all, so you are notified every time I upload and release information in regards to this competition, because it all will be known very, very soon. So stay tuned, darlings. Scorpio. Hi, how you doing? This will change your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus placements of the sign Scorpio. It will run for the month of April 2022, and a massive shout out to Scorpion that I know you, or one of many. To the lovely Goodman, time-stamper of the year, legend of the tarot community, much respected, always admired, and even more so loved and adored Goodman 2910, time-stamper, support system to the tarot community beyond words. I'd also like to say a massive shout out to Marlene, who I believe is also a Scorpio, who's a friend of mine over at CMT's site, Cancer Moon's Tarot. So just another little shout out there. And there's many more Scorpios I know, but I'm going to leave it at that, otherwise I'll be here forever and a day. Alright, Scorpio, your April underlying energy for you guys is that Queen of Pentacles reverse. Oh, big mama who's he's very neglectful. He hasn't realised time's come to grow up, wake up, and take responsibility and control of your material, your assets, your monetary, and your fuck ups, I guess you could say, in some ways. I'm going to change our angles over a little bit more. Give us a little bit more. Said Daisy. There we go. It's still a little weird, but whatever. Okay, Scorpio, let's get into this April 2022 reading for you. Okay, my dears? So coming into April, coming into your reading, you're coming in as Pisces energy with the moon. So there is some sort of deception here, some sort of deceit, some sort of unknown enemies. There's a real sense of fear here, there's a lot of anxiety here, and it's very much reasonable because you really are stepping into the unknown. I feel like there are treacherous enemies, there are unknown things here, there's danger here. There is a lot here to be stressing about. I want to say, Scorpio, you really feel like you're in the thick of it, in the deep of it, and you have no lifeguard, no buoy, no jack shitty titty, no flare, nothing to send out the warning of, holy shit, we're fucking drowning here, SOS. Your crossing obstacles issue that you'll have to face throughout the month of April. Your challenge is the 9 of Wands. Your challenge is that of challenges and obstacles and having to stay on the front foot constantly. Even though you may feel exhausted, you may be, going from one battle to another. It's just consistent, it's exhausting, it spends your energy. There's no time to rest, excuse me. I love this thing. This canvas is coming off the wall. I hate that. It's warm weather here. So there's a real sense here of Always got to have the wand at the ready. Always got to be on the front foot here. There's always some sort of debacle issue. You know, treacherous being that you've got to sort of bat off and tell them to how it is, the way it is, because they don't seem to get it. Crowning this whole reading for Scorpio's April is that the Knight of Pentacles reverse. So this is complete and total stagnation. The Knight of Pentacles in its upright would take years to come in. It's very heavy-handed stag, very slow. You know, this is not one. This ain't no show pony made for agility or jumping or any of the rest of it. Heavy-handed stag hauling heavy earth and shit. Now this takes years to come in. Now when it's inverted, it's in such a state of inverter, of stagnation, of it's on its head. It's not moving at all. It's completely dead in the water. The root of the reading, grounding all of this, the whole foundation of it all, is the Queen of Cups reversed. This is someone that can be a bit infidelity-ish, someone that is unreliable, someone that its emotions can sway, but more importantly, a person that says they're invested, says all the right things, but doesn't really have to follow through. They're very unreliable, very dishonest, very untrustworthy. Past energy leaving you now, Scorpio, still prevalent. The Nine of Swords, a lot of anxiety, all up in your head. Sorry, not sleeping well, worried about loved ones, worried about yourself, I want to say as well. Moving forward out of April, we have the Hermit, Major Arcana for Virgo here. So following your own counsel, expelling a lot of the material attainable, all the additional extras to really follow your own light. Just taking your lantern, your light, which is guiding you and assisting you, and your stave, which is to give you security and stability throughout the treacherous terrain. So need to expel a lot of the material and attainable though. Really go at it with one's own knowledge and nothing really much more than that. It's that real sense of expelling a lot of the additional, the extras to go forth with what's needed rather than what a lot of people would so choose to go with. You know, we aren't losing any wisdom from all the experience and everything we've gone through. We are taking that all with us with the Hermit. He hasn't lost a day of anything. He's got it all in him, unlike the Fool who's had no experience at all. Advice for Spirit for you, Scorpio, for the month of April is that of the Two of Swords. This is feeling a little bit hoodwinked. There was a decision here that really needed to be made. You brought in force. You tried to bring in balance and some sort of I feel like for some of you it might be a bit of a stalemate, infections. Someone coming in and offering something that you felt very hoodwinked by this. You felt a little bit crisis driven. Scorpio, I just realised something. I need to take you for a week. Sorry about that, Scorpio. Part 2, here we go. I'm testing out some editing. Let's see if I'm as smart as I think I am. Great. So as I was saying, Spirit's advice that Two of Swords, there was a decision here. Try to use force and superiority, I feel. Try to really bring in what was your belief of what was the forceful solution. I feel like there was a decision here that wasn't made. There was something left undealt with or unmoved, unchanged. Outside view of you, Scorpio, throughout the month, not necessarily what's actually going on, it's just the outside view of you and your situation. Nine of Cups. So this is someone that's got it off their own back. All the nines are. It's your happiness of self, getting it off your own back. Really, your accomplishment here. Feeling a bit gluttonized as well. Feeling a bit egotistic, I think. You know, you're glutton for choice. You're very smitten, so quite smug. Just really loving yourself right now. Why wouldn't you? Outside of your zone, it's very, maybe a borderline copy. Hopes and fears, Scorpio, for the month of April. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. There is some lacking in fulfillment here. A seed that didn't bloom or something that had happened that really put the brakes on. Quick, smart, too sweet. I'm hearing too sweet. Brakes way too sweet. The there was a sense of something that you had a lot of hope in that just came in unfulfilled, and I feel like that's been a bit of a consensus. Every time you think that there's something worth investing in, it just turns out to be an even worse option or even worse like outcomes than what other relationships had before, and they were pretty bad. Oh God, that's so good. Outcome, Ten of Swords. Pained, afflicted, ruined, backstabbed. Can't go no further. It's a bit of a sense of overkill here too, once we're all done. Let's clarify. And as I said before, Scorpio, that Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Shuffle. There we go. Much better. Ascension. Okay, Scorpio. So coming into the reading, coming into April, we have the moon. So let's clarify the energy of the moon. I see it's major arcana. That the war signs gone through something this month. It was not going to be particularly generous, nice, or good. Let's bring it closer. Let's clarify the moon's energy now for Pisces. Not Pisces, sorry, Scorpio. Major arcana for Pisces. Scorpio's April. There you go, Scorpio. Just came into your reading to remind me what's going on. Death card in reverse. Oh, shit. Anyway, there's a whole pile that came. So the next was the Fool. That's clarifying that obstacles, issues, that Nine of Wands. Crowning that reading, that Knight of Pentacles reverse. This is clarified by the Eight of Cups reverse. Root of the reading, Queen of Cups reverse, clarified by Five of Pentacles. Past energy, Nine of Swords, clarified by the Two of Swords, this time reverse. Future energy, the Hermit, clarified by the Ace of Swords. Spirit's advice, Two of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords reverse. Outsider's view of you, Nine of Cups, clarified by Temperance. Major arcana for Sagittarius. Hopes and fears, we have that Ace of Cups reverse. Let's clarify that Ace of Cups reverse. With the Three of Swords reverse and that outcome, all important outcome of Scorpio's April, May month. Here, going out of April, we have the Ten of Swords. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is that Ten of Swords here? Because of the Ten of Cups reversed. I'm more for the Ten of Swords than the Ten of Cups reversed. I'm just curious. Let's just see. Two of Cups. Look at that. Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups reversed with the Two of Cups. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Six of Wands. Underneath that's the Devil, major arcana for Capricorn. The Six of Wands, you're trying to get the accolades from the crowd and get as much support, I feel, as you can at the moment, Scorpio, to really move forward with this change that you're trying to bring in. Because at the moment, I feel like there is a lot of being neglectful, neglecting your responsibilities, neglecting the home, neglecting the bills. Got yourself in quite a debt, I want to say. Now, there's no growth here, so everything's sort of like on its head. There's no sense of structure or stability, even though you may have a home and current power and electricity and maybe even some more sorts of so-called food in your cupboards. But you are really leaning on other people's support at the moment. This conquest your energy while it lasts, because you do know that the devil is just waiting around the corner of it. I feel like you're lacking the intuitiveness to change this. The square bands back through it. So we started off in your current energy coming into April. The moon clarified by the Death in reverse, Pisces and Scorpio. Coming into April, you really are in a state of unknown. You know, there are treacherous enemies, there is a lot of danger, a lot of darkness, a lot of which is not seen, is not revealed. With this comes a lot of enemies, it comes a lot of treachery, it comes a lot of deceit, it comes a lot of unknown, it comes a lot of grey. With that Death card coming in inverted behind this though, it's that sense of getting lost in the unknown and not being able to transform from it or learn from this experience. It's like that naive person that can go through an experience 1,000 times and still not learn the valuable lesson that was given to them the first time they did it. It's just the crossing obstacle issue, Scorpio, that you're going to have to face throughout April and what you're going to have to work on is initially that Nine of Wands, and this is clarified by the full major arcana here. You know, a lot of obstacles always have the wand at the ready to defend, even though you feel exhausted because you're constantly doing this. You just want to be free, you just want to be follyistic, you want to be in a frenzy, you want to be neglectful, you just don't want the responsibilities. But at the end of the day, the responsibilities and the way you defend them and stick up for your pride, ego, or your belief systems ultimately is who you are. If you did embody this full, you would just be seen as exactly that. A foolish, neglectful, selfish, dispassionate, childlike Peter Pan. So you would never grow up. Crowning this whole reading, Scorpio, we had that Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is backed by the Eight of Cups reverse. So in the crowning this whole reading, in the forefront of it all, or in the subconscious of it all, there really is a sense of being in a state of Inrita. Hi, Shannon. A state of Inrita, a state of stagnation, in a real state of not moving. Okay, so as I was saying, that Knight of Pentacles reverse, which is stagnation, Inrita, not moving forward. But with the Eight of Cups reverse, I'm seeing that you did actively choose to stick with this until full success is obtained. It's like you went dead in the water, but then you realised, no, I'm going to keep driving for it. But you stayed stagnant until a specific time, and then you came out sort of like a shark ready to pounce. And then when you sort of came out of the stagnation, you really did declare the flag of sort of, I've made my pick, and this is it. I feel like you didn't really give much choice to this other person. It was so forthright and direct. Root of the reading, foundation, we had initially that Queen of Cups reverse, and this was clarified by that Five of Pentacles. So someone that was being a bit dishonest, unreliable, very fickle, maybe a bit infidelity-ish. And the reason of this is because there was another connection here with that Five of Pentacles. I'm saying you were obviously pushed out in the cold, or you had to push this particular person out in the cold. There was, I feel like it was more of you, Scorpio, that got left in a sense of destitution, loss, ruin. All your monetary, material, security, home, washed gold. Past energy, Nine of Swords, clarified by the Two of Swords reverse. A lot of anxiety, not sleeping well, worried about loved ones, worried about yourself. Rat and wheel syndrome though here. Anxiety, depression, sleeping, it's all up in your head, it's reasonable fear, but it's an anxiety of your mind. Two of Swords reverse is saying this leading to a massive amount of sadness, trouble, and it's leading to long-term issues here. There's some sort of misrepresentation or some sort of mistrust or mistreatment or being misread here due to the fact that you may be tired because you haven't been sleeping well, or because you're in a very anxiety-filled state. Someone's going to pass judgment perhaps on you, maybe put a label, which is really going to, or it's going to make you step out of that mental fog, put it that way. Future energy, we have the Hermit, sign of Virgo's major arcana, and then the Ace of Swords, clarifying that. So, you know, going forward with your own knowledge, following your own counsel, not listening to what everyone else is doing, saying, caring, thoughts, feelings, doesn't matter. Following your own knowledge, you're following your own pattern of what you know to be true, and you're being true to that. You're expelling a lot of the material and all that extras. You're just really going at it with what you need, and you're forcing through this. You're being triumphant here. You're using a real superiority of strength, but of possibility here, and courage. I feel like you're just driving it straight through this isolational point of self-growth and self-knowledge, which is pretty much exactly what that Hermit stands for. Advice from Spirit, again with this Two of Swords ship, with this time the Queen of Swords reverse. So Spirit's telling you again there will be forks in the road here where you'll need to use force, superiority, balance here, to offset the factors here, to offset the things that are not right. I'm seeing here in some cases it could be affections here going stalemate and needing to really address this. Queen of Swords reverse though is someone that's quite malicious, that will pursue a matter to ruin. You know, she's quite cruel, she's quite nasty. She's very ill-tempered, very direct, real razor tongue. Outside view of you, Scorpio for April, Nine of Cups, Temperance card sign is Sagittarius. So being very gluttonized of self, very full of the ego, very smug, but you are also very balanced and very patient, and you didn't just get this overnight. This was through a lot of work, effort, a lot of fusing in the elements and being very frugal to have this, what you have now. The outside is V6. Hopes and fears. Ace of Cups reversed, 3 of Swords reversed. So this is an unfulfilled connection, romance. Feeling like a lot of connections are fading here. Just can't go on the same page. Things aren't what they used to be. 3 of Swords reversed. There's a lot of sorrow and heartbreak here. Even if this has not just happened, it hasn't even begun to heal yet. I feel like there is a deep, deep-seated regret, sadness, trouble over relationships and or connections throughout the whole month of April. It's just a reflection of that particular event and polarity, and it's even in the outcome. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups reversed, 2 of Cups. Very pained, ruined, can't go any further, feeling backstabbed, feeling just flat out. It's done. 10 of Cups reversed is saying there was a real sense of disharmony here, lack of respect, lack of being able to take each other's opinions or sentiments seriously. Too many arguments. But there was a plan here of a unionship, 2 of Cups. It's a contract coming together, coming in as two, leaving as one, whether that's like an engagement or it's more contractual like a business, but it's usually in regards to love. Something that really pains you. Left you feeling a lot of misery, really, I guess you could say. You now want to reunite with. Or this did pain you and it put you through so much hurt because you were already committed to this person. Page of Cups reversed, you were very seduced by this person. There was a lot of hot crutch syndrome, but it didn't go beyond that. It was all bed. It was all bed and bath and no beyond. Sorry. But it was. Page of Cups reversed, all seduction, nothing at all. Something that unionship. King of Swords reversed. It turned malicious, turned septic, it turned volatile, it turned unsafe for both parties, I feel. So the money energy. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups reversed, 2 of Cups, Page of Cups reversed, King of Swords, like, good Lord. You stepped in the shit and then walked through candy cane and put shit on Santa, basically. It's a bit of a nightmare one. Now this is what I promised you all on my short video that I was talking about. This is the deck that I'm pulling one card from for all the signs for month of April. I found this in my local op shop. If anyone else knows where I could possibly purchase one of these, let me know. It's the Intuition Cards for Goals and Dreams. And wait till you see this. We're going to pull one for you too, Scorpio. Scorpio April. And you got Aspire. Card Aspire. They're gorgeous. The sky's the limit, and this is your time to fly. Oh, it reminds me of that Kelly Clarkson song. There you go. Time to fly. Sky is the limit, and this is your time to fly. Aspire. Aspire and put it into motion. Allow your dreams to fly. Time to fly, Scorpio. See you. Go grow those wings. Have a good April, guys. Take care.